This topic will cover scenes, that is, how to create, save, and recall a scene that is created from manipulating the software. Here, we drew a half-side CPR function over a particular area of concern. In this case, if we take our visible cross-section line off, we see a little bit of a perio defect here. Looks like on number 18. So what we've done is we've selected this area, and over on the right side on the CPR function you can see the defect even as we scroll a little bit. So now to save this, what we do is two ways to save it, methods. You could right click and say save scene. That's one method. The other method is if you come up here to this upper toolbar where it says save scene, just click it and just type in over. So you may delete or just start typing over. So just start typing over whatever you wish to say. So I'm just going to say perio defect. Let's give it number 18 later. And then what you do is make sure you have all of the characters filled. You can't use the space bar. Okay, so if you use the space bar like I'll do once now, it'll take the gray and it'll gray out the OK, I should say. So you want to keep all your characters filled. You can't use a space bar with this, okay? So just say that. Now when you click OK, this will be 18, let's say that, okay? So when you click OK, what this is going to do is going to go to saving a scene in the patient list. So what we do to recall that, we simply select the patient list, and to update that you have to update patient list, or if you exit it automatically will update for you. So what you do is select your patient, highlight it, left click once to highlight. Once it does, it highlights it into the series list, and now you could go down and you can find your scene, left click it once, notice in the description you've named it, so you've highlighted it. Or the other method is to go up to scene here, and you can find it here. If we have updated it correctly, we could have found the scene here. Easiest to just find it here under perio defect, and just hit load, and it'll load up only that particular scene that you have saved. So here's the scene that we had done previously, and now the beautiful part here is that the dynamics are behind it, so that when we scroll, all the dynamics are there. So if we wanted to highlight it or magnify it, take the visible cross-section lines off, measure it, instead of redrawing the CPR lines again, we have already got them in place, and we can go on from there to perform the functions we need to. And when you're creating a Prex Viewer CD for your referring dentist, all you have to do is just hold the Shift key down, and while you're holding the Shift key down, you can highlight these areas. You can actually also hold the Control key down as well, and highlight all the areas blue, so that when you go and create a Prex Viewer CD maker, your referring dentist can see the scenes you created as well. That is to say, when you transfer it over to series management and download it, that these items become transferable as well and can become viewable in the Prex Viewer data. So whether one wishes to find the scenes from what you had named it on the description here, or go to the scene icon as I was trying to do before, and as long as you've got the study highlighted and you select a scene here, you can also click on the scene itself and double click, and it'll load from this section as well. And again, on the Prex Viewer data disk, your referring dentist have access to this scene as well, so you could create a scene for them because you would be a better expert at it, and then they could just look at your work that you have selected by just double clicking and loading up the scene that you have performed for them, if you wish to do that as well. So they can view it from their end, from their data disk, if you wish to do that as well. Okay, that about does it for saving and creating and recalling scenes. Just remember, your scene is recalled from the patient list, and once the patient's name is highlighted, you can see the scenes that are renamed. That's why you want to rename them so you can identify what they are rather than just saving them. It'll just save it with a unit number. Rename them when you go to save a scene, because then when you recall it, you can tell what it is a lot easier and makes more sense to you when you reload and relaunch those. Alright, that about does it for saving and capturing and recalling the scenes.